Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. As we have started the nutrition chapter, today we are going to discuss about the nutrients, fats and proteins. Fats are composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and mainly they give us more energy than carbohydrates. So, commonly, mainly you can see fats we get from butter, cream, vegetable oil, meat, fish, etc. And fats are composed of two main molecules, fatty acids and glycerol. So, main functions of fats are they give us energy more than carbohydrates. It is an important storage from the blood. It serves as a solvent for fat soluble vitamins, as we have two types of vitamins, that is the water soluble and fat soluble. So fats, they dissolve the fat soluble vitamins. And last function is fat under the skin. It gives us heat. It protects the heat loss from the body. Now next we will discuss about the proteins. Now proteins mainly comprise of same molecules carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and one more is added, that is nitrogen. So it forms an essential element in the proteins. They sometimes may contain sulfur and phosphorus depending upon the type of protein. Now these proteins are formed from the smaller units called as amino acids. So mainly proteins are required in our body for growth, repair of body cells, and some amount of energy also they release. So main sources are like egg, milk, cheese, nut, beans, peas, certain foods like this. Sometimes the deficiency of proteins may lead to two severe diseases. These two diseases are very important. One is Kwashiorkor and one is marasmus. Now first we will discuss Kwashiorkor. It is, you can underline this, it is a severe protein deficiency usually affecting young children. So this disease is caused when the mother stop breastfeeding their babies or a child does not get a proper protein diet. Now symptoms of Kwashiorkor. The child will be underweight, belly protruding out. Protruding means coming out, skin getting dark and scaly. Stunted growth means growth will be stopped. Loss of appetite, no feeling of hunger, repeated diarrhea, liver inflammation, that is enlarged liver, and anemia. And one condition, oedema, will occur. You can underline this word, oedema. It is swelling of the feet and the face due to accumulation of water in the tissues of feet and face. So when the tissues, they absorb lot of water from the body cells, they swell, and that condition is called as oedema. Now this can be controlled by giving a protein rich diet to the child, like pulses, milk, egg, fish, meat, etc., or grams, peanuts, soya bean, etc. Now next disease, second deficiency disease of proteins we will discuss, that is marasmus. It usually affects infants, that is newly born babies below the age of 1 year, and mainly it occurs due to deficiency of carbohydrate, fats and protein. So it is combination of three nutrients, carbohydrate, fat and proteins. Kwashiorkor occurs only due to protein deficiency. So this disease is caused due to sudden stoppage of breastfeeding or a poor diet in carbohydrate, fats and proteins. Now symptoms of marasmus are less body weight, degeneration resulting in the weak body if formed of muscle, skin and body bones. Next symptom is skin becomes loosely folded, thin face, thinning of limbs, retarded physical and mental growth, ribs appearing prominent. That is, ribs can be seen over the child, as you can see in the figure also. Now here the table is given, differences between Kwashiorkor and marasmus. Please tick mark and write, very important there, because many times this question comes. Clear? So these different, at least 3 to 4 differences you should know. Now next nutrient we are going to take are minerals. Now minerals, they are required in a very small quantity, yet they are very important for our diet. So some minerals, they are required in large quantity, we call them as macronutrients. Some we require them in the smaller quantity, we call them as micronutrient. So mainly you get them from green vegetables, fruits, and like table salt we are using, they are the main sources of the minerals. Now, first is calcium and phosphorus. They are required for strengthening of your bones and teeth. The functions you can underline. Calcium is also required for clotting of blood, and phosphorus is required for the production of ATP, that is your energy from in the cells. So mainly you get calcium and phosphorus from milk, meat, egg, fish and pulses. Iron, it helps in the formation of your blood hemoglobin pigment, and if its deficiency occurs, the person will be suffering from anemia, and it is obtained from green leafy vegetables. Next very important mineral is iodine, which helps in the working of your thyroid gland, and if deficiency is there, the person will suffer with goiter. So mainly you get from vegetables and mineral. Then potassium and sodium, they help in the cell permeability, especially your brain cells, and mostly we get them from sodium, we get from the salt. Now here is a table given in the book. You can see of different macronutrients and micronutrients. So macronutrients, you can see calcium, sodium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, sulfur, chlorine. So main you have to learn here is functions, and deficiency diseases are very very important. So in terms of blanks you can get like calcium deficiency leads to rickets, sodium muscle cramps or nervous impulses like potassium, then phosphorus soft bones, magnesium increases irritability of nervous system, sulfur to skin problems, and chlorine in the muscle cramps. So please tick mark functions and deficiency diseases are very important. Now, next is micronutrients like iron, cobalt, copper, zinc, iodine, fluorine, manganese, and molybdenum. So, micro, they are required in very small quantity. Again, you have to learn the functions, at least one function you should know, and the deficiency diseases like iron for anemia, iodine, you can have goiter. Then, sometimes they give the deficiency disease, you have to identify the nutrient, yeah, micronutrient mineral. So both way you should know. So functions and deficiency you can tick mark and write important. So in today's lecture we are going to do till here only. We have discussed about fat, proteins and minerals. Clear? So go through this. If you have any doubt according to your timetable, you are free to ask the doubts and questions. Thank you.